morning to you all. I was supposed to make this trip last April, but you know, unfortunately we had a little bit of a pandemic and I was forced to postpone this trip. But today I'm heading to Poitiers, France, and we're going to do that the cheapest way as possible, starting with a Flixbus to Paris. So let's go. I won't be going to Paris just yet, but I'll explain that later. Let's first look at what this bus has to offer. Got this nice little table, big window, nice view, GoPro. Got some feet rest for you, for your comfort. Over here, kind of service thing, lights, everything for night travel. Nice fans, fresh air. But I don't see any power outlets or USB ports, so that's unfortunate. So I have to look out for my power. It's kind of disappointing because most Flixbuses do have power, but apparently this one has not. So for this first bus trip today, I have to do with the power that I have right now. So let us enjoy the trip, and I'll talk to you later. This bus to Paris is operated by a Dutch carrier. They have one big advantage: Dutch Flixbuses make announcements in different languages. Something that I miss, for example, in German or French operators.
Dit is leendag 103. Hier enkele regels voor in de bus. Gebruik van veiligheidsgordel is verplicht. Here's some additional rules due to corona policy. Wearing the mouth cap is required for the whole journey.
Une interdiction de fumer s'applique sur le bus. Utilisez les toilettes uniquement en cas d'urgence extrême.
Cuidar su equipaje. Desinfecta tus manos a la entrada al autobús.
So we're just past Ghent in Belgium, and the bus driver has to take a mandatory break. So that gives us time to stretch our legs a little bit at this stopover restaurant, gas station at the freeway between Ghent and Poitiers in Belgium. So far the journey has been pleasant, nice. The seats are nice. It's really comfortable. I say it probably is more comfortable than any budget airline that we have here in Europe. So that's why I love them to travel by bus in Europe. One other advantage is that it is real cheap to travel with a Flixbus or any other bus in Europe. So if you're low on funds and you do not have an extreme hurry, if you had a lot of time spare, then the bus is a good alternative to travel in Europe. Now, of course, there also are some disadvantages to travel by a bus. Like on this particular bus, you cannot buy any food or snacks. Although there are some Flixbuses that you can. And the bathroom breaks. The bathroom on the toilet is just for emergency. So if you want to have a proper bathroom break, then you have to wait for these kind of stops. So time for a quick bathroom break, and then it's back to the bus on towards our next stop, Lille. So I arrived at Lille. Now I have to wait until the next bus to Paris. I actually already was on the bus to Paris, but fun fact, if you get off here in Lille and take the next bus to Paris that will depart 2.5 hours later, that is actually cheaper than taking the direct route to Paris. Well, how much cheaper is it exactly? Well, it is 3 euros cheaper to take the next bus to Paris. So in the 2.5 hours that I'm spending here, I can stretch my legs a little bit, maybe take a bite, and maybe see a little bit of Lille. So if you're not in a hurry, it is a great way to save a few bucks and see another nice city on the way to Paris.
Five-minute walk from the station, there is this big mall. It's a very nice mall with loads of unique shops. I also found this novelty shop that had the weirdest fascination in selling monkey figures in all kinds of ways.
So in 30 minutes my next Flixbus leaves to Paris. So I'm heading back to the train station. Now on the next bus I did give up that I wanted a window seat, but 2 days ago they bumped me to a different seat, to all the way in the back, the middle seat. So that's kind of a bummer, and I couldn't change it back. So the bus is probably pretty full. And we have 3 hours to go, around 3 hours to get to Paris. So a little bit bummed that I don't have a window seat, so I can't make really good shots from outside. And I wonder if I can get any power on the middle seat to power my devices.
There was a big mess on this bus with the seating arrangement. The whole family had taken the back row, including my middle seat, and I had to take a different seat. Ultimately, I got an aisle seat, which wasn't a very big deal to me, since I'm traveling alone. Unfortunately, on this trip there are again no power outlets. On the way to Paris we get to see a clip of the roller coaster Austerlitz of the theme park Asterix.
Welcome to Poitiers station in Paris. The journey to Paris was nothing special. 3 hours in the bus. I had a pit stop for 5 minutes to use the toilet because the toilet was out of order in this bus. So I did have a seat at the aisle because everywhere was just sitting where they could sit. And there was already somebody sitting in my spot, so I took their spot. And everybody was just doing something random. So now we're at Bercy Paris station, bus station. Probably the worst bus station here in Europe. It is small, it is dirty, it's narrow, there is almost no food. But they did improve the bathrooms over here. Those were as dirty as they could ever be. The last time I was here I didn't even want to touch them. Now I just couldn't reach them because it was really busy over there to make use of the toilet. Right now I have 2 hours to make it to my next connection. I'm taking the train, the TGV, to Poitiers. and for that I have to change station to the train station. It is about 5 kilometers from here. Normally I would take the metro system of Paris, but it is nice weather and I have all the time in the world, so I think I'll just take a walk.
After a good 1 hour walk, I arrived at Gare Montparnasse train station, and although it looks very busy, I could perform social distancing somewhat. However, that all changed in an instant when it was time to board the train.
So right now I am on the TGV to Poitiers, the final part of this journey. I couldn't make the last bus connection to Poitiers, so I had to take the TGV. It's also the most expensive part of this journey, but it is a little bit more relaxing, a bit more comfort than in Flixbus. It is nice and cool here, and Flixbus was kind of hot. Got more room over here, and I've got plenty of power sockets to choose from to charge all my electronics, and we even got a bedroom that works. So this last part of the journey should take around 90 minutes. And I'm pretty tired, so let's get there.
On the TGV there are plenty of screens with the latest info about your journey. Also, if you feel for a little stretch and a bite to eat, there's this nice little restaurant on board this train with an assortment of snacks for you to choose from. After around 90 minutes we were finally arriving at the final destination for today, Poitiers.
So finally, after a 14-hour journey, I've arrived at Poitiers. Around a 15-minute delay we had. I don't know why. And I'm here now in beautiful Poitiers. I'm really tired. The train journey was very pleasant. It was definitely more pleasant than the Flixbus, but also you're paying more for it. This was the most expensive part of my journey to Poitiers. It cost me 35 euros to get here from Paris. In comparison with Flixbus, I only paid 18 euros to get from from Den Haag, the Netherlands, to Lille, and another 4 euros to get from Lille to Paris. So that for the Flixbus I paid 22 euros to get to Paris and 35 euros to get from Paris to Poitiers. So in total I've paid 57 euros to get all the way from Den Haag to Poitiers. And that was probably the cheapest one I can find, because there wasn't any Flix or any other bus going from Paris to Poitiers at this time. Now of course you could have gone here a lot quicker if you just took the train all the way from the Netherlands, but that's not really what my channel is about. My channel is about how to get to places very cheap. So that was my journey to Poitiers. Tell me, do you think you want to do the cheapest route, or do you think a little bit more comfort will be your more style of traveling? If you want to see more stuff from me in the future, consider subscribing, of course. Ring that bell, hit that bell, leave the comments down below, be respectful. And I'm going to my hotel, or Airbnb actually, to get some rest for tomorrow. And I wish you a great night. Bye.